Alright, NOR gates. Block with a torch. Input here, input here, input here. Lever, lever, lever. Any of these go on, the output goes off. Alright, an explanation of the logic. What you've basically got here is a block with an output. It's got a torch on it, and we chain it up to a bunch of different inputs. What it effectively is an OR gate with an inverter on the end. So if you remember, the way we built an OR gate was like so. This. So that if any of the inputs turned on, the output turned on. What we do for a NOR gate is we then add an inverter to the end, so that if any of the inputs turn on, the output turns off, as you can see there. But we now have a double inverter here, so we can actually get rid of this whole thing, put this torch here, giving us a NOR gate, which is effectively just a NOT gate with a bunch more inputs going into it. And this NOR gate is the basic building block of all logic circuits in all logic gates in Minecraft. You can also build up the logic gates out of NAND gates, but NAND gates are much more complicated to build than NOR gates, certainly in Minecraft. So in Minecraft we use NOR gates as the basic for our logic system. Okay, alternative constructions. Both of these are effectively the inverted version of what we did with the OR gate constructions in the last episode. So if you want more inputs, we chain a bunch of these together like this. And you put in a block, inverting it here. And now any of these will turn off the output, sorry, like so. If alternatively you needed it tall and thin so that you could save this in a wall, we'd have our inputs here, here. We're going to run a line like so. This one goes here, run a line like so. And we're going to put in a double inverter here to carry the signal down, like this line here. And then on the end, we're attaching a NOT gate to invert the output, like so. Now, if either one of these is turned on, the output turns off. And once again, like with the OR gate, if you need this input to be isolated, you can just add a repeater in here. Alright, uses. Again, like most of the basic simple gates, the main use of these is going to be in more complicated redstone systems, where we chain our inputs through several gates in order to get the desired effect. But if you're building a simple system, most of the time you're going to be using these if you need several inputs all to be able to turn off a certain machine. Like say you had a line of pistons, like so. Which were operating, say, some kind of walkway with a pit underneath. And you wanted to be able to close this pit, or close this pit from both sides of the walkway. You'd run it into the NOR gate like so, And now either one of these levers will be able to operate them. But, crucially, once it's turned off, operating the other lever won't turn it back on again, which is the opposite of the OR gate into the inverter. So yeah, NOR gates. Simple, really.